Another capacity crowd at St James's Park for what is the last home game of the year. Plenty of festive spirit to add to the usual spirit one finds here. And the Toon Army confident that their team will make it 10 wins out of 10. But one Geordie will be fervently hoping to prevent it. Nottingham Forest Steve Stone, a candidate shortly for player of the first half of the season. Robert Lee, Newcastle's Londoner, is another, and in spite of flu bugs, he's fit to take his place in a side which, to quote Kevin Keegan, showed a burning desire to be champions in last week's win over Everton, a win they achieved in spite of being down to 10 men for 2/3 of the contest. Philippe Albert, on as a substitute then, now keeps his place instead of John Beresford, who's down on the substitutes bench. Nottingham Forest only defeated once, but 10 draws in 17 Premiership matches, including the last 5. Their one change from Monday night's draw at Main Road sees the return of Des Little. But David Phillips keeps his place. It's Scott Gemmell who moves down to the bench. Frank Clark, back on a ground he knows so well, although it's changed a lot since his day. Still the president of the Newcastle supporters, in spite of being the manager of Nottingham Forest. First round for Lesby. And Ferdinand! Oh, the secondary. And a good angled run. Got the better of his man, but wide. Man in charge, David Ellery from Harrow. And the playoff, and the shot. That is a beautiful goal. It's Robert Lee again. But a goal contrived in France and executed by the Englishman. Wonderful play. The way he played the ball off then, the 3 players were still looking at him as Lee thundered it into the net. Look at this, they're all looking at him, and then suddenly, whoops, it's there. Bart Williams wrong-footed. Lee scores, Newcastle lead. Jason Lee. Well, it was a wonderful finish to some superb play by Ginola. Look at Crossley's movement, watching now. Where does his eye go? Well, he didn't see it, I don't think, until it was past his despairing right hand. Bart Williams. Clark. Contest with Stone. All the party pieces are there this afternoon. Little. Campbell. Stone. Bart Williams. Newcastle all back by 1. Wone. Back from Campbell. Good carrying by Wone, and a good goal. Well, we've had 2 fine goals in the contest. Really carried the ball beautifully then, Ian Wone, and finished in style. Got a good return from Campbell. The challenge came in just too late from Howie and past the left hand of Cernicek coming forward. Won it well there in spite of the pressure of Lee. Carried it well all on his left, which of course is his favourite one. And just as he was challenged, goalkeeper being beaten across his face. Could still be. Got a corner out of it. They might have got more if it had been played in. 20 minutes of a good match have passed us by. Goal apiece. Beardsley! And it was... Yes! Well, they all backed away, seemed to be Mark Crossley's comment. It's a bounce in front of the goalkeeper. But Ginola has been threatening to do this since the game started. They all left him. Look how they back away. They give him the space, and then when they close it down, it's too late. Goalkeeper just couldn't kill the bounce, and there was a swerve on the ball. Look at that break at the end. 2-1 Newcastle. Good strong challenge by Pearce. It stood the first challenge well to Gillespie. In truth, he actually half lost control of the ball. Here's Beardsley. Chance here for the shot. For a moment it looked as though Crossley was a little surprised to have to get down. Jason Lee certainly very unlucky. Clark. Beardsley. Now you see it, now you don't. He's got away, plenty of support up. Oh, and off the crossbar. Gillespie. And over the top from Robert Lee. Oh, the crossbar struck at both ends in the second period. And Lee in the end couldn't keep it down. Campbell into Stone. Oh, he's unlucky. Kept his head really well, didn't go for the power shot, went for subtlety, and it wouldn't come back. Goalkeeper took a good position. Everybody back for Nottingham Forest. Ginola, a super ball, what a super pass. Ferdinand waits in the middle. And it's on the roof. On for Ferdinand. Beautifully timed. Ferdinand with a chance to settle it. Good save. Beardsley, too hurried. And even with all his experience, he had more time than he realised. It was another magnificent ball by Ginola. And Crossley stood up well. Blocked well. Albert, injection of pace. Ginola, he was a spectator for a while, now involved. Beardsley. Lee. Collected the return well. Quality goal. Wonderful goal. Dragging the ball to where he wanted it to be, and it's 3-1 to the home side, and the biggest smile of the day on the face of Robert Lee. Good return, but look how well he works this. Second goal in the match for Robert Lee. He started it, got the return. Slightly behind him, but he dragged it forward to be just where the left foot wanted it. Two of the goals by which Newcastle have made it 10 wins out of 10. He got the first and the third, with the Frenchman David Ginola getting the second after Wone put the match on the edge at 1-1, and it remained on that edge even at 2-1 until Lee scored his second in the 75th minute. Really a lovely match to watch, graced by this man. They gave us an early Christmas present. Final score at the end of a thoroughly entertaining afternoon is Newcastle United 3, Nottingham Forest 1, and both teams contributed to their entertainment hugely.